Hey gamers, this is Pashford Murano recording live, pre-recorded for E3 2015. It's actually, once again, early in the morning. It's Thursday the 18th, which means this is the final day of the show. Hard to believe we're already there. Never lasts long enough. As some of you may have noticed, I kind of took a day off. Not really, though. I just didn't do an audio recording or write an article yesterday, the 17th. That had to do with a number of circumstances, including technical difficulties, which didn't ruin the show in any means, but were unfortunate irritation and extreme exhaustion. In building up to E3, I kind of had trouble sleeping and was trying to write and prepare, so that kind of caught up with me, which is for the best, I think, because if I tried to push through yesterday without sleeping when I did, today would have been hell. So, yay for that. I did post an article about my first day. It's more of an experience recap than an in-depth analysis on any games. Though I will say, while I'm planning on getting to those later on, people truly underestimate how difficult it is to cover E3 based on the chaos that ensues. It's hard to get, an ideal feel. It's hard to get enough time. Based on the heavy distractions, it's hard to truly understand the experience in such a small amount of time. It's difficult. I mean, it's super fun, stressful, of course, but difficult nonetheless. So when I do finally write my articles, I hope I have enough detail and information to kind of set an impression. I am still planning on doing my Guitar Hero Rock Band comparison. I do have the interviews for those. They turn out extremely well. I'm very happy with that. Day 2 turned out extremely well, too. Lots of good Sony stuff. Last Guardian's still blowing me away. As well as Uncharted 4, Horizon was a nice surprise. Got to play some indie stuff like Drawn to Death, which is a third-person shooter in the vein of, good lord, Gears. Maybe not Gears, because this one got more of a cover system. This is zany. I think a Mad World. That would give you a better idea. Mad World, the Wii game, with all black and white. It's very stylized. It looks like basically high schoolers like sketchbook. It comes from David Jaffe's studio, actually, so it's good, proper stuff. Speaking of which, I did meet the man, talk with him for a second. Got to swear at him like the bastard he is, the wonderful, brilliant, awesome bastard he is. Got to play a lot of stuff, and I'm trying to do enough audio recordings and take pictures and write enough so that when I do get back from E3, I will have plenty to write about, which is going to be the case, as it's already 2:30, which means I'm going to need to go to bed at some point soon so I can wake up for the show, and then from the show, I'm actually going directly to the airport. So the next time I'm probably going to be able to report about E3 outside of live tweeting about it will in fact be after I have departed from it. No matter what you think, there's just never enough time in a day, and E3 proves that unequivocally. Later today, when E3 actually starts, I do have a Mighty No. 9 interview lined up. I think I'm going to blitzkrieg the Halo 5 setup, because impossibly so, I still haven't played it. And other than that, I might try to get some VR hands on the Morpheus, maybe, because I'm pretty much done with the Nintendo booth. I'd be happy to comment on Nintendo at some point in the near future. Because of the Microsoft press event that happened on day 0 after the press conferences, I got hands-on with most of the Microsoft titles except for Halo 5, which I did not get an appointment for. So that's what I'm making up now. And I felt like I got a good chunk of time with Sony stuff. So I made a good round on E3. I feel like this year on the show, there's a lot of impressive product, but not a lot of hands-on product, which is interesting in several ways. I'm thinking maybe the industry is finding it maybe unspokenly difficult to keep up with the AAA budget and timing windows. I think we're going to have to face the fact that if we keep announcing games that are more than a year away, more than another E3 away, consistently, not just one big title, so many titles, we're going to have a steady rotation of the same games as E3, and that is not going to make people very happy. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got right now, just because I could go on forever about so many things, but for the sake of time, I must cut it off here. Sorry again, gamers, for anyone who was wanting more substantial write-ups from me. This E3 just wasn't in the cards due to a whole bunch of issues. Anyone who has been following me with the live tweets and the live blogging, thank you. And thanks again for anyone who's listening to these audio casts. If nothing else, this E3 did give me a lot of good ideas, especially starting recording myself. So you're going to get plenty of that in the future. And when I have more time to polish this, it's going to become a far grander affair. So stay tuned for that. And stay tuned for day 3 of E3 2015. I will do my best at reporting it, though I suspect, much like the first 2 days, I will still be limited in my devices. So I hope I can do anything for you. And for anyone who keeps coming back, thanks a lot. This is Pashford Murano, signing off.